Welcome to video 2 in the vlog series. I'm out this morning checking a trail camera, actually just swapping a trail camera, putting it up on a transition that I'm going to leave for a couple of months. What I wanted to show you really quick is just I wanted to go just a little bit further talking about stand placement, which we started on video 1 with talking about thermals. I want to show you a mistake that I made last year and a mistake that I've made before, and it's an easy mistake to make and that hopefully you can avoid. What you see behind me is a tree stand. That's a poorly placed tree stand. Now I can say that because it's my tree stand and I'm not going to offend anybody. The reason it's a poorly placed tree stand is at the time I had only hunted this for a matter of 2 weeks when I hung that stand. This was a brand new place. I'd just gotten permission to hunt it. I didn't know anything about it. I knew that this transition coming up of these young pine trees and wide open hardwoods would provide a funnel going to these big green fields, and it did. It actually worked out really well. I'm not going to complain too much. I killed a pretty good deer, which I'll cut in right here. Just right there, coming back from the morning. He was on his way back from the green fields early in the morning, on a foggy morning. But he used this transition just like the rest of the deer did. Now what I didn't account for last year that I'm going to account for this year is this road bed. Now if you see, it may be hard to tell from that camera angle, there's an old road bed that goes right under that tree. Okay, the transition kind of perpendiculars that road bed going this way, going up to these green fields. Now the deer bed down here and back here, at least the bucks do. The does are a little less dependable as far as bedding goes, but the bucks I'm after are bedded right back there. So I knew that they would use this transition going to the green fields, and they did. Here was the problem though, they weren't always the first deer through. And so what would happen would be several does. I saw all kinds of animals, does, bears, coyotes, everything. A lot of animals use this road. And the problem is when I'm walking down this road, if I'm a deer, a big doe probably is going to be the problem, and I'm walking down this road bed, that tree is right in my line of sight. And so they know that these roads are dangerous, and they know that animals and humans and everything else travel these roads, and so they're more wary on that than they would be in, say, this thick transition. So when they were coming down, I was getting picked off a lot. Now as you notice, there's a bunch of limbs right below it, and I had pulled a sapling over. There was a bunch of cover in the early season, but as the leaves fell off, that became more and more a problem, to the point that I actually just quit hunting it and was hunting another area because I had an issue there. But it's a really simple fix, and so we're going to use the strengths against them. We're going to use their eyes against them this time instead of the thermals against them. So this setup will work really well. This area of the stand does not need to move. This transition comes right up through from August until early February. When I pulled the camera, there were deer through this transition every single morning. This is a morning stand, catching them coming off the green field. So nothing's really going to change as far as the area. I'm just going to change the tree. What you'll learn bow hunting is sometimes a matter of 10 feet can be the difference between a perfect tree and a tree you get busted in all the time. So I'm really just going to move the stand up the hill 10 yards, and I'm going to show you why. The new tree is going to work better, not only because it's a split tree and it has more cover, but if you're walking down this road bed, it's not in your line of sight. It's off to the side. Too many times people set up for deer to come to them. You don't want to set up for deer to come to you. You want to set up for deer to come through you. If you think about it, you don't want them to come in looking for you. You want them to come in looking past you. And so if I know that these deer see this road as danger, I'm going to use their focus down the road against them. And if I get off of that, still with a clear shot to that transition, actually a closer shot to the transition, they're going to be focused on this road while I'm focused on getting my bow back. Super easy, super simple. It's just a little bit of thought, and like I said, 10 yards. Doesn't seem like that big of a deal to be 10 yards apart, but it can make or break a hunt, especially a bow hunt. That's one thing when you're bow hunting, tree selection matters. When you're rifle hunting, you just need to know where something's going through. Like, as long as I know they're coming across the side of this hill, I can shoot them. If I can see them, I can shoot them. That's good enough. But if I'm bow hunting, I need to know exactly where they're going to be. And even more so as a traditional bow hunter, I have a very limited range. 25 and in is what I really want. So I need to know where he's going to put his foot. And if I know it's going to be in this transition, I need a shot there. But I also don't need to get busted by every deer that comes by. And on this road bed, that was a problem. So I'm going to drop the camera, I'm going to put the gear on, and I'm actually going to move this tree, this stand, about 10 yards up the hill, and I promise you it's going to be a lot dead to a tree. So think about that the next time you hang a stand, or the next time you go into a spot and do a hanging hunt. What are the deer looking at while they're coming in? Set up that they come through you and not to you, and you'll be more successful. Vlog number 2, hope you enjoyed it.